Snowdonia National Park. People come for the beautiful scenery. But out on the hills, things can go wrong. For 75 years, Mountain Rescue has been sending volunteers into foul weather and remote locations. They go to help those in need. RAF Valley's 25 miles from Snowdonia. They train fast jet pilots here, but there's also a Royal Air Force Mountain Rescue Team. They exist to find and rescue downed aircrew.
Our unique selling point is military aircraft incidents, so the search and rescue of ejectee pilots and the post-crash management of the aircraft, whereas the civilian teams, they deal with primarily people going up into the hills and getting themselves into difficulty. I mean, they can come along to help us out, but when it comes to being in the actual area of the aircraft crash itself, obviously there's a lot of dangerous and nasty stuff around crashed aircraft, so that's when we sort of step in and take control and coordinate that area.
With teams at RAF Leeming and RAF Lossiemouth, they can deploy anywhere in the world. In the UK, they'll help the volunteer civilian teams nearby.
We've had quite a few call-outs this year. Most notably, well, in fact it was last year, we had a helicopter crash that we all attended. But generally the call-outs that we attend are kind of fallen walkers, ankles, stuff like that.
It's a full-time job for most, but senior aircraftman Rob Brown is one of the team's part-timers.
My primary role is air traffic control here at Valley. I only train with the team at weekends. I'm not one of the full-time members of staff. They sort all the kit out in the week and do all the turnaround and clean the wagons, make sure the team's always operationally deployable. So I only train on the weekends, and I will get released from work if I'm required for a call-out and things like that.
With the kit stowed, they're ready to set off for Llanberis, their base for the weekend. It's a 9 a.m. start for most of the team on training day, but two have gone ahead so one of them can act as a casualty.
Right, so we've had a request from the police to assist with a fallen walker who has taken a bit of a tumble on the east ridge of the Garn, approximately that location there.
Kit packed, briefed, and they're ready to go. Unprepared walkers are not unusual. A lack of suitable clothing, map or safety equipment can place them at risk, and unpredictable weather can escalate problems quickly.
It's not nice knowing that somebody's maybe in trouble, somebody's hurt themselves on the hill, but it's good to know that we can help, we can be there and help get them off.
In 12 months, the team have been on around 30 call-outs. Among them was a call to the scene of a fatal helicopter crash.
The search and rescue helicopter was able to fly over the crash scene. It's an area known to hill walkers as the Celtic Badlands, so tough is the terrain there. More than 80 people have been involved in the operation, from the military, the police, Coast Guard and civilian mountain rescue teams.
I scrambled the team, and then we were on the road before 11:30, the same, obviously, night. Drove down to the area and searched all through that night as well, right until the next morning. 5 people unfortunately lost their lives.
I was very apprehensive approaching kind of the crash site, but obviously all of the troops were in the same position and we just kind of dealt with it. It's our job.
We were there the best part of a week, helping out with the recovery of the deceased and the wreckage of the aircraft itself.
Back on the exercise, the team have spotted their casualty.
Don't know if you can see from here. So yeah, just right sort of in the middle of the ridge there. So we'll head up towards that location.
It doesn't look to me like that. It strikes me as a safe area in total. So it'll be straight into amber. Wouldn't you all agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. So amber, helmets on, general caution.
They don't know what the rescue will entail, so they have lots of equipment.
We've got a lot of kit, so now on this sort of job we're carrying 400 metres of rope, stretcher, all the medical kit, so quite a lot of kit, so a lot of added extra weight for the guys to carry.
Alex is first to the casualty. He's the team medic.
Can I get the vac mattress set up as soon as possible, please?
He's been on plenty of call-outs.
Generally, if they've been in a lot of pain and we've been managed to sort that pain out, they generally calm down and are a lot happier. So yeah, it's not too bad. The fact that somebody's here to help them is always a good thing as well. So, and then we've got all these beautiful guys, you know. So yeah, we actually treated a lady. Where were we? Just over there, not too far away. An 80-year-old lady, and she loved the fact that like 4 RAF chaps turned up to carry her off the hill. So she was in her element.
Be okay to move him out of the way while we're setting up anchor, the focal point where Tommy is.
Yeah, the only thing I want to do then is splint his leg before we move him in his arm, and then we're happy for that. Yeah, I just want to hit. That was a pain, mate. It's not too bad on the ankle. So were you coming down then, were you, Cameron?
Yeah, I was making my way down and that's when I fell over.
Okay.
Rigging the stretcher takes time. An hour later, they begin to lower Cameron from the crag.
Speed's good. All right, mate. Slow! Yeah, going to aim for this gully going down here.
Alex guides the stretcher down. It takes time.
Give us a big shout when you're down there, Alex.
Don't disconnect. No, we're going into a back rope, mate.
He's kept warm with a casualty bag as the snow starts to come in. They'll drag the stretcher like a sledge for some of the way, then carry it on the final leg to a fictional ambulance.
We're celebrating our 75th anniversary this year. Initially formed during the sort of Second World War by Flight Lieutenant George Graham at RAF Valley. And he saw the need because there was a lot of aircraft crashes happening in the mountains of Snowdonia especially, but there was a lot of pilots or aircrew sort of dying on the hill when possibly they could have been saved. So he set up the initial first mounted rescue team, and it all sort of grew from there.
Brace, lift. Low, right.
It's all a typical training scenario for the team. They're well accustomed to rescuing injured walkers. So 75 years of the mountain rescue, 100 years of the Royal Air Force. The team will mark the celebrations, but never far from the phone, and always ready to scramble out onto the hill to help.
Go on, get him out.